Welcome to this video episode where I will explore Kırmızı or Red by Mübin Orhon. His PhD degree in economics at Sorbonne University crossed his path with a welcoming group of Turkish artists who were privileged enough to be based in Paris at the time. He went there in 1948 and immediately started showing his interest in art. He was living in the same hotel with many other influential Turkish artists. Red was made in 1973 on an 80 centimeter square canvas with oil paint, carrying the artist's signature on the left bottom corner with the same red color. Red is an abstract monochrome painting Orhon made after a series of lyric abstract paintings. He was influenced by European abstract art in the early days of his career. Over the 1940s and 50s, a variety of abstract art styles arose, all of which included subjective personal expression as the foundation for communicating meaning in art. Critical thinkers couldn't accept that a higher power could tolerate the amount of destruction they had recently witnessed during World War II. But rather than becoming nihilistic in the absence of God, the existentialists strove to negotiate their way through life's overall meaninglessness by seeking personal meaning. The search for what is personal was central to existentialism and the rise of lyrical abstraction. This was the driving force for Orhon to start with abstract art. It's also the reason why his works were first exhibited in abstract-themed exhibitions. After this introduction to the abstract genre, he became known as the first abstract Turkish painter. He then developed an interest in Eastern arts and Islamic mysticism, which made him create monochrome paintings. I believe his works became particularly interesting in this period. He was influenced by Sufist philosophers who seek to find the truth of divine love and knowledge through the direct personal experience of God. This emphasis on personal experience is reflected in the number of artworks created by the followers. Sufi metaphysics mainly developed around the idea of unity, so much so that the existence consists of an absolute being and images consisting of God's reflections in the mirror. Two different forms of expressions are used to explain this understanding: Vahdet-i vücud, which is unity of being, and Vahdet-i şuud, unity of visible. This sounds like semiotic theory to me, and monochrome paintings can be analyzed with semiotic theory. There is no subject, symbol, or shape in the pictures in reference to concrete events and ideas. Monochrome paintings break the relationship between signifier and signified. This is because monochrome paintings do not pursue the audience into an experience or bombard them with ideas through the created scene on the canvas and require them to abide by coded linguistic or pictorial evidence, but rather urge them to find their personal experience while gazing into a simple red-colored canvas. This is in fact reflected very well in the artist's own experience on the canvas. If we look closely, we can follow Orhon's brush on the square canvas and see how shades of darker and lighter red come together. Red could have been painted without any brush strokes and dark shades. Perhaps it could have been easier for the artist, but he chose to let the audience gaze into his technique. I find art experts lame for naming this painting red, because the sign and meaning do not align for me, and Sassar would definitely agree. Additionally, there is a clear link between the artist's association with Sufi mysticism and monochrome. Currently, the work is on display in the exhibition Paris Air in Izmir in Turkey alongside other Turkish artists. Turkish art has been mostly influenced by European art since artists and intellectuals chose Europe for their educational travels. On the other hand, this has Orientalist impacts. I believe Orhon reversed this Orientalism by exploring Sufi mysticism and producing monochrome paintings. So it is interesting to see his work next to Cubist, Expressionist, and abstract pieces. Moreover, I can't stop wondering how little the painting reflects its mysticist roots in a building full of European thought-oriented pieces. This makes it hard for the audience to discover Orhon's mysticist and semiological questions. Thank you.